the hockey world that we weren't going to get around to finishing this. And then we were right. And then April came and went. And here we are, still we're now in the Eeeky 8. Not the elite, but the Eeeky 8. The top 8 rants that have made it to this period. They're so eeking. There's only 8 left. And we are finally at the finals of each region, gentlemen. But we don't have enough time today to do them all. We can only do one set of finals or 2 sets of finals. We have the Mad at Your Team region finals today and the Mad at the Fans finals. And again, we're trying to find the best rant in the world of sports of all time. And this has been a 3-month process. Ready to pick it back up today because we got a little lull in the news day to bring this to you. Kurt, hopefully I got the rant stacked up once again. And just to remind people, we're going to play the full rant for everybody just so you can hear it at home as well. And hopefully these ain't getting old for everyone. That's why we spaced it out.
Right.
We spaced it out so it didn't get old for everybody.
Oh, we also want to hear your complaints. If you want to complain, please text us or call us.
Yeah, exactly. So this is one of my favorites. We'll start with the 4 seed in the Mad at Your Team region. This is coming to us from Coastal Carolina and Coach Dick Bennett from the Coastal Carolina football team. He's not there anymore. He should have been tenured for life after this classic rant we like to entitle, Need More Dogs.
Trying to get our 2 boys ready to carry them to golf tournament before practice, right? 12 cats live across the road. Our door's open. Screen's broke. We need to get a new screen door, but the screen's broke, so you can come in through the screen, but you can't get back out of it. I turn and look, there's a little kitty cat in our kitchen. So I said, what are you doing in here, little kitty cat? By that time, the cat turns, tries to get back out. That screen won't go that way. Cat starts going, meow, all crazy. And I told our players, we need more dogs. Bo's barking in the back. I have to go shut Bo up. Mel's like, what's going on? I said, there's a cat in the house. Cat in the house? I said, yeah, there's a cat in the house. So I told our players, I tried to let it out the front door. Meow, meow, the cat's still going crazy in there. And I told our players, you need to be more like a dog. We don't need a bunch of cats in here. Meow, looking in the mirror. Do I look good? I got my extra bands on. I got my other shoes on. Be a dog. We don't need no meows. We don't need no cats. We need more dogs.
You know what the Knicks need?
More dogs.
They need more dogs.
More dogs. We got too many cats
more
in
dogs.
here.
You know what the Yankees need?
Way more dogs.
They need more dogs. They need more dogs. Kurt, you know what your Bruins needed, like overtime, Game 7? Mo dogs.
Mo dogs.
If they would have had mo dogs. Cats looking in the mirror. My wristband's on good. All right, going up. This is going to be a tough one. Coach Bennett, a favorite here in this studio, but will he surpass the legend, perhaps greatest coach of all time, Coach Gino, laying it on thick with some body language?
We put a huge premium on body language. And if your body language is bad, you will never get in the game. Ever. I don't care how good you are. If somebody says, well, you just benched Stewie for 35 minutes in the Memphis game a couple years ago. Yeah, I did. Oh, but that was to motivate her for the South Carolina game the following Monday. No, it wasn't. Stewie was acting like a 12-year-old. So I put her on the bench and said, sit there. It doesn't matter on our team. Now, the other coaches might say, well, you can do that because you got 3 other, All-Americans. I get that. I understand that. But I'd rather lose than watch kids play the way some kids play. I'd rather lose. And they're allowed to get away with just whatever. And they're always thinking about themselves. Me, 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 me. I didn't score, so why should I be happy? I'm not getting enough minutes. Why should I be happy? That's the world that we live in today, unfortunately. And kids check the scoreboard sometimes because they're going to get yelled at by their parents if they don't score enough points.
Gosh, that rings true. Like the NBA. They were just in my head when I watch NBA games.
Dude, it's the discussion I had for 5 days in Cincinnati with my former mates, man. That's today's game at every level. In every sport. And it's sad. I say this with as much passion as I could possibly say to the parents, let your kids be kids. Let them play. Let them enjoy. Let them have fun. And stop when you get in the car just beating them down like like they're on Sports Center. It's not.
Right.
And at this point, allow them to love sport. I loved playing. I played so much. Honestly, I could tell you now because I'm almost 60. I skipped school to go play. I skipped school to go play basketball on the 8-foot hoop so we could dunk and be like Michael Jordan. You know, we went and played home run derby on the Little League fields because that's when we could get some time. You know, we pull out an aluminum bat and a tennis ball when we were in junior high and high school. And, yeah, we should have gotten in trouble, but, you know, the truant officer didn't catch us. And if he did, we would have run like hell. But, you know, we weren't, like, up to mischief. We were up to sports.
Right.
And so I just think we're sucking the life out of sports for these kids.
Or the fun.
With putting the pressure on of numbers. You went 0 for 4. You don't get any dessert. You know,
Yeah.
you went 0 for the 2-game doubleheader, and you know you're in trouble. I'm going to take your phone and your video games away. That's not the way to get kids to love sports.
Right. All right, you got to make a choice though.
I got Gino.
Whoa!
I'm going to tell you why.
Gosh.
Best winning record at 1,149 and 150 in the history of the sport. UConn has won 55 regular season and tournament titles. They have advanced to 22 Final Fours, posted 6 perfect seasons, and won 11 national championships. I got Gino.
But the rant.
The rant's great.
Wow, Kurt.
The Gino rant is better.
Whoa!
It's more important, I should say.
It's exactly. It's more
It's not
informative.
that it's a better one, because the other one's more entertaining. The Gino rant
Yeah.
is more important.
But guys, we need more dogs.
We do.
Dogs.
We do. And I think that UConn women obviously are bigger dogs.
They got the dogs.
And meaner.
They got dogs.
Nastier, more competitive. I've said this before. I'll say it. I honestly think women are tougher today than men.
Wait till you see KK Arnold come through. We got more dogs. All right, Gino wins. Moving on. I won't even throw my vote out there. You know I want more dogs. But Gino, the 6th seed, makes it into something that we're going to have to call the last 4. We haven't come up with a name yet. The Feared 4? The Feared 4.
The fearsome 4?
The fearsome 4 of the rants. Gino is in.
The fearsome 4.
Wow. Let's go back to the Eek 8 and now into the Mad at the Fans region. Back in college sports, a couple of classic college football and basketball coaches, both of them still doing it. And it's the bottom seeds of the region, not 1 through 6. It's 8 versus 7 for the finals. Starting with the 8th seed, Dabo on the term Clemsoning.
Well, I think it's ridiculous that you're even asking me that question. That you even say the word. I mean, I'm serious. I'm sick of it. I don't even know why we even bring up the dadgum word. How about some of these other teams out there that lose to unranked opponents all the time? That's our 33rd win versus unranked opponent. We ain't lost to anybody unranked since 2011, but I have to come to a press conference in 2015 and get asked that. And that's all media bull crap. I can tell you how they feel about it. They don't like it. It's a lack of respect. It's not doing your homework and paying attention to what reality is. Should not be asked that question. Period. That's how we feel about it. This football team right here has earned the respect. Ain't nobody giving us anything. Not 1 ounce of anything. They've earned everything they got. And when I have to turn on the TV and people bring up that word and they try to casually throw the word out there like you do, but it's still the word. It shouldn't even be in the conversation. That's how they feel about it. That's how I feel about it.
I apologize. I was not trying to be offensive and say it.
Well, same thing today. Rhetoric on TV today. Same old bull crap. People need to get some more adjectives.
Like bull crap. I love when
Well, I guess here's opponent.
Okay, so his opponent's one of your good friends, Mr. Frank Martin. Coming to us from South Carolina with this clips. We know him now as the UMass head coach, but this guy's talking to parents and what they do to their kids when they're watching games.
I go watch my kids play. I don't say boo. I don't wave my arms. I don't try to coach my kids. With all due respect to most parents out there, I probably know more about basketball than most of them. Okay? But I sit in the stands and I don't say a word. There's 2 guys refereeing a 4th grade game. on a Sunday morning, what can they possibly be making? $20 a game? I used to do that. I used to make $12 for 10 and under, 15 for 15 and under, and 17 or 18 bucks for high school age kids. Okay? So on a Sunday morning, instead of being in church, those guys are out there trying to make a couple bucks to pay their bills, feed their families. Do you think they really care what fourth grade team wins? Do you really think that they sat at home and said, I can't wait to officiate that game tomorrow because that one team, I can't wait to get that 10-year-old kid and embarrass him in front of people? Do you really think that's what they're doing?
Those refs, they always had it out for me in fourth grade basketball. I don't know about you guys. So there you go. Dabo, Frank Martin,
one.
both of them very important rants, especially for their community and their programs. But only one can survive to make it to the fearsome four. Dibs, who you got?
He reversed the line that Norm used at our Hall of Fame thing this week. He said, I've learned more from parents about baseball than I've ever learned.
Really?
That's what he said
has to be being sarcastic.
100%.
Okay, good.
100%. Because I told you these stories where people are like, I don't think you're a good pitching coach.
Yeah, I know them all.
You don't know anything about baseball, that kind of stuff. So, although I'd like to go with Frank Martin, I love Dabo Sweeney.
Really?
I love the reversal of GD and Dad Gum. I wish you would have said GD out loud, but I know he's a good Christian man.
He never will.
But, he's right in that dude's face because he's protecting his kids. Now, I think it's more about Frank Martin's chastising parents, which I agree with 100%, but I think that sometimes the media need to be put in their place because they're covering kids.
Yeah.
They forget sometimes that these are amateurs, they're not professionals, and criticizing them like you did, Dabo has to protect them. So I like Dabo Sweeney.
Kurt?
I still like Frank. I'm going for Frank.
Wow, you got a specific reason?
I think if people listened like that and took that message to heart, this place would be better. This earth would be better.
Oh, man, you're good. Yeah, that just tugged on my heartstring right there. Okay, I think Kurt won me over. I think we should make these important more than funny. Even though Dabo was just classic and what Dibs is saying, that dude went to battle for his kids and for a community that he wasn't really a part of until he got there.
For me, listen, I love Frank, and I think his message is just like Gino's message.
Yeah, I think
needs to be learned.
All right, let's go Frank Martin.
Wow.
Moving on to the fearsome four. Frank the Tank moving against Gino. When we resume this bracket, we'll do the other side of the Eeeky 8. Don't know when that's going to be. And then eventually we'll get to the fearsome four. Gino versus Frank Martin.
We're interrupted tomorrow.
Right. No show tomorrow. We got baseball, UConn baseball and Yankees baseball. Maybe Thursday. Maybe
Thursday,
next week.
Next week.
Maybe at the end of the month, we will resume the rant bracket. But there you go. I'm glad we moved another step closer to the finals.
Getting close to the finals, and it's going to be a great one. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back, do Dibbles and Bits.